And so here's our last major macroeconomic variable. We looked at GDP for economic growth, we looked at unemployment, and here is the inflation rate. What we're looking at is the actual index number over here on the left-hand side, the consumer price index. And as you notice, from the early 2000s up until current times, this has been going up. That just simply means that prices have been rising. But if you look at what's going on during the recessionary periods, we see something different. We see a break in that upward trend. It's really hard to tell right here in the 2001 recession. Not a whole lot going on here. In the Great Recession, we see this big drop in inflation, or big drop in the CPI data, which means we have deflation as the CPI number is going down between 2018 and 2008 and 2009. We see this big drop in the CPI data. So, as is normally the case, when we get into a recession, we tend to see GDP fall, we see unemployment rise, but we see inflation go down. So prices are dropping on the whole. And then once we start to recover, we see these prices go up. So that's what we see in this upward trend. Yeah, there's a little downward tick there in 2015, but we continue on this upward trend. So if the COVID-19 pandemic plays out like a normal recession, and we've seen GDP go down, we've seen unemployment go up, then what do you think is going to happen to CPI? What's your prediction here? If you said that CPI should go down, we should have some deflation, well, let's look at the current data to see if you're right. Oh, look over here. Again, I'm going to narrow the time period down here to about 2015 and forward, and you can see it more clearly. Here we have CPI going up, 257, 258 in December, 258.8 in January, 259 in February, and then we start to drop. 257 in March, 255, just a little under 256 in April. That means the prices on the whole are starting to fall. You may have seen the gas prices go down. You may see prices of other things falling. This is another signal that the economy might be heading into a recession.